The air hums with a gentle electronic melody, setting the stage for discovery. "Look, a balloon," says a voice, bright with wonder. Then, a sudden movement. Whoa! The balloon is flying away. A small figure, perhaps a child named John, points eagerly towards the ceiling where a lone balloon drifts precariously. Its string seems tangled, its ascent hesitant. "SSSH," came the calm response, perhaps from a teacher or mentor. "John, the balloon won't fly away like that. Not on its own, right here." There was a pause, a thoughtful hum. "Like in those cartoons, you see balloons lifting houses away? They must be filled with something special." "Helium gas," the voice confirms, knowledgeable. "It's lighter than the air we breathe, which is mostly nitrogen and oxygen." A slight chuckle followed. "But you, John, you're exhaling carbon dioxide right now. It's heavier than oxygen, which is why hot air balloons need to be so big to lift anything significant." John's brow furrowed in concentration. "Oh," he breathed, the pieces clicking into place. "So helium is lighter than oxygen?" "That's right. It pushes the balloon up." A dawning understanding spread across his face. "Oh, I see. I always thought balloons just automatically floated away into the sky." The understanding brought a quiet satisfaction, punctuated only by the soft music playing in the background and a brief burst of applause as if acknowledging a small moment of enlightenment. The scene shifts subtly. The music swells and fades, replaced by the distinct sound of dripping water. A voice, slightly muffled as if underwater, exclaims, "Ouch! I'm fully soaked." Another voice, perhaps Roy, nearby, jokes playfully, "John, is it raining on the moon?" "No, Roy," came the patient reply. "The moon has no air and no water. It's a vacuum. So it can never rain there." A thoughtful silence hung in the air, or perhaps, the lack of it. John's curiosity sparked anew. "Aha! And everything in space floats, right? So if I took my balloon up there, it would float too?" "Not exactly," the guiding voice explains, drawing a distinction. "Think about it. The balloon you have now is filled with the air you just blew into it, or maybe regular atmospheric air. But space is a vacuum, there's no air, no pressure outside. What do you think will happen to the balloon?" A pause, filled with the gentle hum of the environment. "Well, will it shrink?" John ventures a guess. "No, John," the voice gently corrects. "Think more about what holds the balloon together and what's inside it compared to the outside. The underlying tension is building, mirrored perhaps by the swelling music that abruptly cuts off. Then, a sharp, sudden sound cuts through the air. Boom! It hangs there for a moment before the explanation follows. That's right. There is a difference in pressure. Inside the balloon, the air is compressed, pushing outwards. Outside, in space, there's virtually no pressure pushing back in. That huge difference causes the balloon material to stretch and stretch, trying to equalize the pressure, but eventually, it bursts. Oh my goodness! John exclaims, the vivid image conjured. Like a human trying to wear a spacesuit without being properly suited up. The comparison lands perfectly. Exactly. Astronauts wear spacesuits not just to look the part, but to protect their bodies, the voice elaborates, adding weight to the analogy. Whoa! John seems genuinely surprised. I didn't know that. I thought astronauts in spacesuits were just trying to look nice up there. A wave of understanding washes over him, replacing the previous notion. John, the voice addresses him directly, perhaps with a hint of amusement. Didn't you just say you wanted to be an astronaut? Why yes. John stammers, realizing the contradiction. I want to be an astronaut. Not just a scientist, necessarily. But. He fumbles for the right words, his earlier distinction blurring. That's right, the voice encourages warmly. And wanting to be an astronaut is science. Science is always mysterious, John. It's about asking questions and finding out the answers. And it's so much fun, isn't it? Yes. John agrees enthusiastically, his passion reignited. Learning this is fun. All right then, the guiding voice concludes with a gentle nudge. I think the next thing we have to do right now is head to our next class. Oh no. John groans dramatically, looking at an imaginary clock. Is it time already? A touch of disappointment laces his tone. Okay, let's move on. The ambient sounds shift again, preparing for a new activity. Let's role play, the voice declares with fresh energy. The music swells, playful and inviting. Music begins softly, building in tempo. Woof, comes a sudden, loud bark, startling yet comical in the context. Music shifts, perhaps becoming slightly more adventurous or whimsical. Wow, John exclaims, clearly impressed by whatever scenario is being enacted. Music continues, punctuated by sounds, a moment of hesitation, perhaps John trying to figure out his part. A sudden, sharp applause sound effect, as if for a specific action or line. Music swells again, perhaps more dramatically. Another pause, maybe a bit of stage fright or confusion. Music becomes more playful, staccato notes. Wow, another impressed reaction, perhaps the role play is getting exciting. Music swells, building to a crescendo, then abruptly cuts off, followed by another sharp applause effect, silence, then a single, questioning, music, sound effect, asterisk. What? What? Asterisk. John's voice trails off, perhaps mid-question or exclamation, leaving the scene hanging with a delicious sense of anticipation as the music and his voice fade together.